This is good. Hold up. Yeah. My mic's working. My mic's working.
Okay, here we go. Welcome to PHILLIP Island for M.I.R. round 6, where we are here qualifying. I am RaceBoy95, racer in World Racing League Moto2 Championship. Did a few rounds here in Moto3 last season. Got a few decent results, a podium, and I'm joined by a fellow World Racing League Moto2 rider, and of course my co-commentator for MotoGP Minor and MotoGP Major, Prabhat TTS. We're going to be taking you through the final few rounds of the MotoGP 24, the final MotoGP 24 season of the M.I.R. calendar. We've got 14 riders for you today, and unfortunately, not the man second in the championship, Jakey, not showing up to challenge that very small gap between him and Sacred Meerkat in the championship. We're currently watching Perky on the Yamaha, running the VR46-esque helmet. Oh, and he goes into the gravel there on this outlap, and we're just waiting for. I need to be a bit careful with my buttons here. I'm not used to sorting race direction and stuff out, but we've got quite a few riders here. A very impressive grid and a lot of Ducatis. But already we're seeing laps going through. Sacred Meerkat, the championship leader, Wiggly and Azzy. Azzy, fresh off a relatively okay season in World Racing in MotoGP Minor, and obviously we've got MotoGP Minor champion himself, Charlie, who's lining up, funnily enough, on the Honda, and Azzy on the Gresini Ducati, which they're both obviously swapped roles in MotoGP Minor. But anyways, enough about World Racing because we're here for M.I.R. We're watching the German here, the factory Ducati rider, make his way up to Lukey Heights. This is such a fast flowing track, and probably one of my favorite, well, definitely in my top 3 of the whole calendar. It's just it always brings a good race.
Great circuit is PHILLIP Island. Always a great battle here. You're never left disappointed in any race at this track.
Yeah, just thinking about people to look out for. Obviously, Sacred Meerkat, who on cue goes to the top and writes off most people's laps already. But someone who I think could be a bit of a,
Charlie.
Yeah, exactly. A bit of a twig in the mix is
Underdog.
Charlie. Yeah, running the Jean-Mir Suzuki helmet. That is amazing. He never misses, does Charlie, with the Jean-Mir. Oh, so close. The league runner moves into second place. Charlie, 0.079 seconds off his fellow Brit in first place. Ali GT, 14 seconds off. Wiggly's unfortunately crashed. DJ Land Rover, Absolute Dan, if you've seen his YouTube channel, does all sorts of MotoGP stuff. We've seen him before in old leagues, and he's really fast. So hope to see him at the top end today. Sony as well, it's good to see him after a while. A few other riders like Buzz, Quesadilla, and quite a few others. Max from Norway, I don't think I've seen him before. Otherwise, it might just be a changed name. Oh, LAGT has crashed. But Swooze, yeah, Swooze, somebody who came out of the blue, out of nowhere in MotoGP Minor, and shocked the whole grid with his incredible pace. As we just see Wiggly rejoin the track here. Swooze, the Frenchman, on brilliant pace as he comes to the final sector, number 4. He was on the VR46 Ducati in World, and he was so quick, but just made a bit too many mistakes in the races, and unfortunately was denied his first win in Catalonia. And here he comes to line. He doesn't go top. He lost a lot in that last sector. Might have just got held up by the 2 factory Ducatis, but Sacred Meerkat already charging through to another fastest first sector on that Gas Tech 3, which we will be saying goodbye to in only a few rounds' time. And obviously, if you didn't know how M.I.R. works in terms of race schedule and qualifying schedule. We have this 20-minute qualifying session, then we're going to have a 35%, so 11-lap sprint race. And then, here's something that makes M.I.R. very independent and very awesome. Reverse grid for main race, which I think is absolutely awesome. Awesome.
It means that every rider who isn't really competitive gets a shot at having a chance to win. So it's a great idea.
It just means in M.I.R. what the reverse grid does is just make it harder for Sacred Meerkat. that is the aim, because he is just way too good, and I guarantee he's going to blow this lap out the park. Brilliant lap at 124.6, and I bet he's sandbagging. There's way more in the tank for Sacred Meerkat as he comes through turn 1 now, and I guarantee we're going to see a red sector. He's a little bit wide there, but he can square it off brilliantly. That's what's so good about this sector 1 in PHILLIP Island. Well, okay, he's dropped off a bit there, but I'm sure he's still in touch with that Marc Marquez helmet. It looks gorgeous, that does. I've never seen that before. It's not a replica, but it's Marc Marquez inspired. It looks incredible. Obviously, Sacred Meerkat, quite known for his Marc Marquez replicas. LAG2 moves him up into 6th place, but his teammate Charlie, personal best sector 1. Perky's also on a lap. Goji has unfortunately got his invalid. KCD has moved up to 5th. I didn't actually realise that. 0.5 off, not too far off Azzy. So good stuff from the Prima Pramac Ducati with a mouthful there.
Charlie's on a personal best lap.
I was going to say, see if I can find, where is he?
Oh, he's on faster sector 2.
Oh wow,
so he's
yeah, brilliant.
Compete with Sacred Meerkat.
Here we go. Let's go with Charlie here. Oh, he's using the inside curve there, playing as Joan Mir. Let's see if he can bring home a consistent lap time as Joan Mir would on the Suzuki.
He's got it a bit wrong.
No, he's okay because he's going to get a nice inside line here. Yeah, exactly. Fastest 3rd sector. I think Max from Norway and Asoni might have collided or something, or otherwise it might have just been a draw of luck. He's going to go for a wider line in this last corner and square it off. Here comes the Honda to line. Whoa! Whoa! Who's that bouncing around in the grass? Charlie does lose it in the last sector. I'm going to clip that because what was that? I think that was Absolute Dan, aka DJ Land Rover.
I didn't thought that.
Literally, he was bouncing around the grass. What the? Yeah, on cue, he's disconnected. He must have lagged out, so he will be returning in the sprint race, unless and he will be disqualified if he continues to lag more in the sprint. But here comes Goji, and I hate to butcher this. This is Sweden, isn't it?
That is Sweden.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, the number 55 comes to the line. I knew it was Sweden. I just had to be sure. He needs 1.6 off of Sacred Meerkat, but Azzy, fastest 1st sector on the Grassini Ducati. Another number 93. Marquez is everywhere you look. That just shows how much of an effect the number 93 has made on this generation of motorcycle racing gamers. Literally, you can't enter an online lobby without having at least 2 riders wearing Marc Marquez replicas or just playing as Marc Marquez. And Azzy is on a roll here with that Kota replica, of which Marc Marquez threw it to the floor in the main race with. And he comes down into sector 3 over Lukey Heights. Oh, he's got it sliding over the top there, yeah. And he's dropped off a little bit, but still, he can find something here. If he can just keep that Ducati nice and planted, just keep it nice and consistent, not too aggressive on the throttle as he comes into the last corner now. Suzu's got a personal best 1st sector. Look out for the track house Aprilia. But here comes Azzy to the line. And he is going to go. The Scotsman goes up into 4th. He stays 4th. 0.262 off the top time. So clearly, not, I don't want to say it just yet, but Sacred Meerkat might not have it as easy as we thought here.
Definitely got some competition in Swoosh, Charlie and Azzy, which is great to see. We don't want Sacred Meerkat just doing a Marc Marquez.
Who doesn't really practice, but Azzy again, really strong in that 1st sector. As we're watching his teammate come around the last corner now, he is literally a hair's length off of Perky's lap time. So let's see if he can get himself further up the grid here. Number 3 to the line.
Surely he does.
Oh, Sacred Meerkat faster sector 2. Yes, he does. He moves ahead of Ali GT as well into 7th. but still quite a long way to go to get himself onto the front 2 rows. And as he has dropped off, but Sacred Meerkat, as I just said, just tagging the grass there, Max.
Invalid, unfortunately, for Max.
If you couldn't tell, the Norwegian.
Sacred Meerkat's surely going to beat his lap.
Yeah, I think he might have been sandbagging a bit. I don't think, considering that sector 1, he's going to drop into the 25s. It'll be a big ask. But maybe a 24.4. The 24.5, he goes in the middle. Just right from Sacred Meerkat as he improves further. DCP staying well out the way. Actually, DCP up to 6th now. Good lap from DCP. As he just moves out the way. He tries to get on the back of Sacred Meerkat, but unfortunately,
he's so close
too wide in sector 1. Yeah, really playing the risks here.
Buzz up to 4th.
Yeah, good lap from Buzz, actually. Really impressive as he moves up to 4th, separating Azzy and Swooze. The Pramac Ducati, a good lap there.
Wiggly and Sony are both on their personal best laps.
Yeah, good shout. I didn't see that. So now with just one factory Ducati in this session after Absolute Dan disconnected.
Might join back for one of the race sessions, we don't know yet.
Yeah, let's see. But can Wiggly do it for them into qualifying as he wiggles his way up into 11th? 1.6.
Charlie, keep your eye on him. He is up in the first sector.
Oh yeah, good shout. The number 36, Joanne Mir, replicas all around. Literally helmet, number, everything. As Charlie fastest first sector. Oh, he's dropped off a bit in sector 2.
Yeah.
He's been out there for a good while. He's set at least 7 flying laps. Whether
he really is pushing.
Whether they're improving laps or not, but he is, you know, putting the laps in, and I think he should go back. His tyres seem to be just fine. I think this is his first flying lap. Just come out of the pits now. But Sacred Meerkat again, fastest first sector, and unfortunately I did screw it up by calling out that he'd have it a bit less easy than we thought. It just takes Sacred Meerkat a while to get into the session because he's not one to practice a lot, so he uses the session, he just does a lot of laps.
Oh, Charlie improves at the end.
He finds something in the last sector there, 0.1 off of Sacred Meerkat, who is motoring in sectors 1 and 2 as he makes his way through sector 3 now. He's on it here as we're going to go on board with number 93 that's currently on official pole. Yeah, just clipping the grass there. It's invalid. And now Quesadilla looking to get himself back on those front 2 rows. Unfortunately, LAGT has lost it.
Azzy in sector 1. Azzy. He is up.
He's really good in these first 2 sectors, Azzy.
Both him and Charlie, both really good in them first 2 sectors.
He's super deep. Super deep. He's onto the grass. The Scotsman struggling to get it stopped there as he comes back on track. We went from 193 to the other, and now Sacred Meerkat goes in to the pit lane.
So who is your prediction for both the sprint race and the main race?
Sprint, I'm going to go with Sacred Meerkat, no doubt. But the main race, obviously, things are going to get chopped up a bit, so you're going to have to look at who's in the middle. And for now, I'd say that's, you know, LAGT in 8th to Azzy in 5th. So I'd say maybe Azzy or DCP.
Yeah, that's what I would have for the main race.
If Sacred Meerkat can get a good start, he can definitely still get it.
I think that with
sorry,
Charlie isn't that far off Sacred Meerkat if you look at it. So, and in race conditions, it could be different for Charlie. He could have a bit more pace.
Yeah, exactly what I was about to say, because Charlie has set some really consistent laps without invalidating them. They've just lost a bit in the last few sectors. So clearly here, Charlie showing some really strong race pace as Sony joins his teammate on the 3rd row of the grid and goes into 8th. But once again, Azzy, fastest first sector. The Scotsman again, and he's down. Same corner.
At the same corner.
Yeah, Miller hairpin catches him out again on this lap, and he's got 4.5 minutes left to get himself onto that front row, which is not far off at all. The 3rd, 4th, and 5th covered by the smallest of margins here. And as he just needs to find a little bit of time, just asking a bit too much of that Gresini Ducati. It may be the best bike on the grid, but it's not going to give you everything you want. No, Charlie, personal best sector 3, and actually this is promising, because on that previous lap he wasn't as quick. He was down on this time in sectors 1, 2 and 3, and here he comes now. No improvement.
Oh, no improvement.
That last sector on his previous lap was pretty good from Charlie, and now Ali GT, oh, just as I say, that invalid lap. And it's
I would love to see Charlie's laps, like all of them, like his timesheet for this session. He's
consistent.
So consistent, keeping his lap around the same sort of time.
Marquez type of pace.
Yeah, exactly. Sacred Meerkat is up.
Yeah, speaking of the number 93, we're watching the championship leader on a roll once again. Let's just hope for his sake he can keep it going here as we go on board through this incredibly fast section. The adrenaline must be insane in real life, but we're in a game here, and it's mainly just nerves that can hold you back.
As he as well in the first sector. He
just needs to get it done in the Miller hairpin. But here comes Sacred Meerkat there, on board with him, and he gets it done this time. Short shifts to third.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, sits it up and into the last corner. Once again, short shifts to fourth. This is all about short shifting here in Filipino, because you're on the side of the tyre so much, you don't want to lose traction coming out of these corners. And he improves by the smallest of margins, but it's an improvement nonetheless, as he has dropped off in the second sector. As he run wide again at the Miller hairpin.
I saw that
very wide at Lukey Heights.
I saw that Charlie got himself an impeding penalty. I don't know if that's going to end up being served.
But the races do get restarted.
Yeah, so
the lobbies do get restarted. So we'll be back with you in a minute. We'll stay with you, but obviously, yeah, no track action just for a few moments as we get the lobby sorted out. But here comes Buzz then. Number 89 on the Parent Ducati. It's not Martin, it's the American, as he improves, not in position but in time. So close to Swooz in third place.
Max from Norway is looking to improve his lap time as well in 10th place.
Yeah, Buzz trying to go again here. He's got at least 2 more consistent goes at this if he finds some good laps. He's down in sector 1, but clearly, just from looking at his lap time so far, pretty good. But Swooz, fastest first sector, the Trackhouse Aprilia. It's not a very long first sector, so when you see a fastest first sector, it's not something to get extremely excited about, as Charlie runs off track just to avoid holding up the Frenchman as the number 4. Look at Charlie taking the slip road there, going all the way out on the grass.
How is Swooz going to do it? Is he going to still be up in the second sector? No, he will not be.
Yeah, he's dropped.
Swooz needs to find some more time.
Yeah, it was that second sector that I believe on that previous lap where it was his weak point that got him into third, but he can still find something. He's got at least a tenth and a bit to find if he wants to get ahead of Charlie, and 0.362 if he wants to beat Sacred Meerkat.
Well.
Yeah, very nice entry into Lukey Heights as he flicks it back over now onto the left and goes down to second, which is not what we saw from Sacred Meerkat. He stayed in third, short shifted to fourth, which is now Swooz. He's going gear, fourth, fifth, and now set back in third. So at least 7 gear changes there in only the last 3 corners. And here
the line,
Swooz.
then he will not improve one more lap.
Wasn't surprised there. He didn't have the best entry into the last corner, but he's going to get another go now. And Buzz didn't seem to make anything of that lap, and he's going to go again. His last shot at this, then the American, to get himself on the front row. Literally the smallest of margins, and DCP is sat well, and Swooz again, fastest first sector. Another one to look out for on strong race pace.
He's gone
Charlie
so
as well.
wide.
He's gone really wide there, but that's going to give him a nice inside line at the hairpin.
And
he crashes on the curbs. They're very slippy, those inside curbs. You've got to be careful. There's a point of where you can enter onto those curbs and where you've got to stay away from them. At the apex is where you want to be, but you enter those curbs any earlier than the absolute peak or the climax of the corner.
Charlie,
they're so slippy.
He is up in the second sector.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Charlie, he's on a brilliant lap here. He might have left this to the end, but he's going so well, the number 36. Let's see if he's got it in sector 3. Taking a lot of curbs there, and he has dropped off. He's just arcing. Oh, that was nice. But this was actually where Sacred Meerkat was best, in my opinion. This last sector, he's really good at just keeping a consistent throttle hand around these last two corners. So you have to be so patient. And now, when you shift to fifth, you get on the RHD, and that rear squat's down. He comes across the line. No improvement for Charlie. His session is over. So it is pole position for Sacred Meerkat, the championship leader on pole. Max Norway, I think, is just... No, his session is over. But Azzy and DCP are the last people now to come to the line. Yeah, no improvements there. But Sacred Meerkat, the championship leader, I believe that is...
time.
Yeah, that's all in check. Yeah, Sacred Meerkat on pole, the championship leader, 0.157. So not as big of a margin as we thought, ahead of the rest of the grid. But yeah, don't forget about reverse grids in the main race, though. That is what's keeping this championship alive, and it's a shame Jake is not here to capitalise on what seems to be a really competitive grid for tonight's race. So now we're just going to restart the lobby, I believe. Just get some confirmation from Charlie.
Decently close between the top 7 though.
Yeah,
7/10 between
pretty good
between them. It's good to see. We love seeing a nice close grid. It means that the fighting is a lot more dramatic, and it gives a lot more entertainment to us and you guys.
Yeah, just waiting to hear confirmation. So yeah, we're going to restart. Okay, yeah, so Dan is 12th. He's set a 1:26.0, but then got disconnected. So let's leave the match.
Hopefully you don't get any connection
I know
problems
already,
in the
so
road.
everybody's still in the... Yeah, red flag. So this is going to be a practice start for the sprint race. So remember now, this is qualifying for the sprint race. Well, qualifying for the main race. But if you get pole, you're going to be at the back of the grid in the main race. And that's what defines this championship. They start the main races backwards. And we're just going to get everything going here. This isn't the real race start.
Let's just see who will have the best jump and who is the best.
Let's keep it going until turn 1, and we're just going to keep an eye on who gets the best launch.
So many little pieces.
Here we go then. Let's look at the jump. Who gets away well? Oh, Charlie! No, Sacred Meerkat just yeah, it was people causing chaos. Oh my word! Who was that flying in the background? Yeah, so there we go. Quit session. Swooze wins the jump. Somebody flying in the background. Yeah, never mind. It shows us Daniel, but Sacred Meerkat. All right then. So we're just going to keep going now.
Don't forget to configure the grid as well, because I don't think it will
Fortunately, we don't have a Be Back Soon graphic for you.
So you'll just have to stay with us.
Yeah, just watch
I'm
us
on this grid.
Rearrange the grid. Hang on, who's this?
Who's
this?
Yeah.
I think it's Daniel. Do I even have... Is he in the lobby? He is in the lobby. Whoops. I'm pretty sure that's him. No, it's Azzy. It's Azzy.
Oh, Azzy.
Yeah, just send an invite to Daniel. He wasn't even in the... Is he still in the lobby? No. So we've got less riders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
we had 12, didn't we?
8, 9, 10, 11. We had like 14. Where's everybody gone? Right, let's switch off Wally.
The one lagging? Who was the one lagging?
What, at the start of the session?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. We're just missing some riders because of some glitch. Everybody's back now. Right. Okay. Move. Oh no, I didn't mean to move him down. Let's move Sacred Meerkat to the top. Let me just read out the qualifying results. So Sacred Meerkat pole position as expected. Charlie second. And here comes Dan. Swooze P3. And then we've got Buzz P4 for Pramac Ducati. And then Azzy in 5th. DCP, pretty good from DCP. He's usually a lot quicker in the lower categories. So it's good to see him. It's good to see him up there. And then Quesadilla, 7th. 3 Pramac Ducatis. Max from Norway, 8th. The Sony 9th. LAGT in 10th. Perky. Oh no, oh yeah, oh. DJ Land Rover. Daniel in 11th. Then Wiggly and Goji. Just going to double check with Charlie if this all looks okay with him.
"14 riders now. It's good to see."
Big grid. Let's hope this is an action-packed sprint so we can get an even bigger... Well, I think it might be... I'm not sure if it's going to be a reverse grid from the results of the sprint or reverse grids from qualifying.
Results of the sprint would be make a bit more sense.
Fine, no, it's fine. It's final positions from qualifying.
Oh, because otherwise you could just sandbag and pull in, get on the front row of the grid in the main race. Here we go then.
Alright then.
PHILLIP Island.
Alright then, we're going to get going for the sprint race. That did take a while, apologies, but we're going to get moving now. And here we are at PHILLIP Island once again. So, predictions for this one? What we saying for the sprint?
I'm going to say Charlie. I think that his consistency is just going to outmatch Sacred Meerkat. Of course, we did see a lot of mistakes from Sacred Meerkat in qualifying, but we did see the same from Charlie. But when it comes to consistency, Charlie is the number one, I would say.
Yeah, I would have to agree there.
But it could be anyone's, because the top 7, like I said, was only 7 tenths. So luck could be a big
impact.
Sort of have an impact, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. We all lose our words from time to time, and I'm sure we're going to be lost for words after what promises to be an action-packed sprint race. We're just waiting for Buzz to ready up now, waiting for everyone to get their setups dialed in and tyres confirmed, which I'm sure they're all soft, which will change the MotoGP 25, which in fact was revealed a deep dive today, and it looks very good. I mean, podium celebrations, I hope they'll be shown online, because we'd love to see that here. Get some riders, you know, a bit of character to them, like real riders, you know, get themselves an iconic podium celebration. And then, you know, if you think you're going to beat your rival at a race who's got an iconic celebration, choose their celebration, beat them with that celebration, get in their head, you know, proper like, you know, Lorenzo start, Rossi, Marquez kind of, you know, rivalries that involve celebrations and getting in people's heads. I think it'll be awesome. But anyway, enough talking about celebrations, because we're going to be seeing who's battling it out to celebrate at the end of this sprint race, because we're going to get going now. Everybody's ready to go, and so we. Once again, commentators, Raceboy 95 and PHILLIP TTS, we're going to take you through the sprint race here in PHILLIP Island. Remember, the results from qualifying will mean a reverse grid in the Grand Prix. That's not Joan Mir and Marc Marquez 1 and 2. It's Sacred Meerkat and Charlie, the 2 Brits. Here we go. Take 1 in the sprint race. And we're away. It's a brilliant start from Charlie, who gets away really well, but Sacred Meerkat into second gear, really short second gear, and shoots up, but Swooze, oh no, Charlie! The front folds, oh, man in third in the championship. Oh, that is a shame, and already, a big crash in the middle there, and that might...
GP.
You think no,
doesn't bring out the red.
No, it's not red. No, because we're out of sector 1 now. But here we go. Oh, look at all the riders piling their way down to Miller Hairpin as he around the outside. He's not got that done. No way. No way he's got it. No, he's done it. What a move by the Scotsman as he's moved into second place. Max from Norway's hit the deck, unfortunately, as people start to make their way through. Quesadilla's off to a good start in 4th place, and Daniel as well in 6th. But Sacred Meerkat leads. Oh no! Oh, Azzy with a brilliant launch. Oh, that's already 2 big contenders off and down. Now let's get this a brilliant view through here. Yeah, Quesadilla though, brilliant. Oh, somebody really wide there in the background. I think that was Ali GT, but a good start for the Honda. Already it looks like a backwards grid, except for me.
It does.
But look at him already checking out. But let's see then if Quesadilla can get in the slipstream here of Swooz. Look at the power of that Pramac Ducati getting in the slipstream of the track house. Aprilia. Swooz is out wide. Now Quesadilla is going to take his chance. Swooz covers off the inside line, but he's going to run it wide at the apex surely. Quesadilla is going to carry the better corner speed and try and cut under him with the wider entry, sorry. We come down to this corner where they all get the rear tyres smoking. And look at that, they go sliding down to Miller Hairpin. Swooz always goes really wide there. He takes a handful of throttle coming down to the Miller Hairpin. And yeah, Dan, considering he had like no time of qualifying, contact with Buzz in the background, and he drops back behind the Pramac Ducati rider. But as I was just saying before that incident happened, doing a really good job here, despite only getting 1 lap in qualifying after some internet issues. Let's just hope Absolute Dan can get a good race in today. Oh, LAGT's got it all crossed up on the way down Lukey Heights, and that was a big crash. And DJ Land Rover in real life, that would have been similar to that of Alex Marquez and Bagnaia in Aragon. He would have went over the top of his sister team Ducati teammate as he gets in the slipstream now. But look at Quesadilla and Swooz, no move on, but closer to each other is the Pramac Ducati as DJ Land Rover comes up the inside. Absolute Dan makes the move into 4th, but Quesadilla, Buzz, I'm getting the Pramac Ducati so confused. Oh, the American's off into the grass. No, he's kept it going. Brilliant work from Buzz to keep that stopped as he tries to avoid running into the back of DJ Land Rover. But now it just seems like a battle for the podium here in the sprint race as Charlie looks to carve his way through the field. Him and LAGT, the teammates about to go head to head here. As he's caught the grass. Big contact. They've all ran it wide. As he's down, Charlie's down. Oh wow!
What
drama unfolding here at Miller Hairpin. Miller Hairpin is ruining Championship Series. DCP with a bad start as well. He nearly runs into the back of LAGT as they rub shoulders. Coming through this tight twisty section now, but LAGT gets a bad exit and DCP capitalises and goes through. Oh, that's wide. This is where he crashed 1 lap ago. Clearly not trying to take it any more gentle than he was last time, going a bit wide there. But Goji, you're doing well from the back of the grid. Goji up to 7th place. The number 55, good run, but he's got a Sony for company. He's got a long lap penalty to his name, has the German, but he's in the slipstream of the Swedish rider on the VR46 Pertamina Enduro Ducati. Oof, that got close. Oh no! Oh, Swooz. Swooz is hit the deck, the Frenchman is down. Podium contenders are going back and forth from the podium. DJ Land Rover's up into the podium. Now that is sensational if he can come home for a podium after 1 lap in qualifying. It seems like he's dropped Buzz after that incident earlier on. Obviously, yeah, Sacred Meerkat checking out. Never say never, though.
Quesadilla could still get some luck, and he is praying for a Sacred Meerkat mistake here.
Yeah, that would be mental for Casey. Qualifying 6th on the grid, I think he was, so that would be really good for him. It's only winning the Pramac. I thought that was Charlie. But yeah, LAGT crash again. It's not been a good run so far for the Repsol Honda rider. He had a really good launch. Unfortunately, just not paid off, and Azzy has just gone past him now, as well as Wiggly on the factory Ducati, his teammate up in third. Calvin has unfortunately hit the deck. But now, yeah, Sony. They're starting to catch Perky in sixth. The Yamaha under a bit of pressure here from the two Ducatis. Looks like they're closing. And we're going to watch with Perky on the look back. Oh, we can't see much from there. Let's go to the rear wheel cam. Oh, a bit wide there from Sony as he continues to catch Goji. Oh, we've just been we followed Perky into the gravel. Oh, I was wondering why it looked like Goji and Sony just drifting away from us, and Perky runs it all the way into the gravel and drops from 6th to 10th. Oh, what a shame! And in fact, oh, what a shame for Perky. He was running well with the Yamaha, and in fact, Absolute Dan, this is an absolutely incredible ride so far, as he's currently in third, closing in for second. I will reiterate, he only got one lap in qualifying.
He's closing on Quesadilla as well, so this could be a second place finish.
Oh, another crash for Ali GT. It gets from bad to worse. He falls further down the order and in last by a decent margin for now, and about to get a longer penalty to add salt to the wound. But DJ Land Rover doing all he can to try and get into that slipstream bracket of the Pramac Ducati. Ali GT again. What's going on? It's like, oh, he might end up getting lapped at this rate. But we're going to go, oh, Quesadilla, that was really tight, and DJ Land Rover is going to take no chances. He takes the position. Oh, Quesadilla, big mistake there, and DJ Land Rover, mirror signal manoeuvre, followed the racing line as if Casey wasn't even there. Oh no, Sony.
Riding such a good race.
Except for the long lap penalty, he was showing some really good pace following Goji, and now it's the Enduro VR46 guys 6th and 7th. At the moment, as DCP chops his way back through the grid with Charlie not far behind him. It's a lot later than we're used to commentating here. Yeah, Quesadilla, he's going to have a bit of a mistake maybe from Charlie. Not Charlie, sorry, DJ Land Rover.
Got a bit loose there.
Yeah, Quesadilla, he's got it moving under him a bit, but DJ Land Rover went for a bit of a wider entry. But Charlie, yeah, using all the track he can, well, sometimes not even the track, to catch up and get into that top few. Oh, Perky down again. No, not again, but just down for the first time. Oh, what a shame. And Azzy, just having a horrible race. 1.3 off his teammate at the moment. He's a bit of a crasher, is Azzy, to be fair. We do see a lot of crashes from him in World Racing League. And Swooz, Goji, I'll tell you though, Goji is having a brilliant race. He started from the back of the grid. I don't want to curse him now, but Goji is doing really well here. The Swedish rider moves up to 5th, and Charlie up to 7th. Quesadilla really struggling. That gap just staying about 0.4 to 0.7 of a second. But I'll tell you who's coming along strong. Buzz is actually catching up to Quesadilla. Not enough per lap to catch his teammates and DJ Land Rover. But nonetheless, just keeping his nose in there in case something dramatic happens if Quesadilla catches DJ Land Rover. But I'll tell you what, speaking of teammates, DCP closing in. Oh, Charlie's gone again.
Charlie's down again.
Oh, and that's huge for his championship. He's going to need a miracle in this main race. Already quite a big margin off of Jake. Oh my goodness. And Meerkat coming into this race. It's almost like Azzy and Charlie are synchronised crashing every lap. Oh dear. But here we go. We're on board with DCP following Goji. He's gone a bit for a wider entry, and Goji's wide on exit. He's going to get a brilliant run here. Good we see a move here from DCP into turn 1 as Goji attempts to move out the slipstream. DCP follows him along. It would be brave if he goes through in turn 1, but if anything, the American is brave. And here he comes, nothing in turn 1, but he's going to go for a wide entry into turn 2 so he can cut under his teammate. Yes, the gap's there, and he goes for it, but brilliant move from DCP. He's calculated that well, but Goji's going to get the exit. Now, here we go through this really tight left-hander, not tight. It's just all lean angle. And heading down to Miller hairpin. Quesadilla is fully dropped off with DJ Land Rover here. Really good job from DJ Land Rover so far, putting that factory Ducati on the box so far. And his teammate down in 10th. But yeah, brilliant move from DCP, caught Goji off guard and put him back a good few tenths as Swooze attempts to close the gap. And now this race just starting to chill out a bit. It might not have been the most action-packed in terms of the win, but I'm telling you, DJ Land Rover is keeping Meerkat honest. Unless Meerkat is just not trying to push too much, just keeping calm, keeping that gap at a similar pace. But that has been around 2.8 to 2.6 the last few laps. So DJ Land Rover, considering he's starting at the back of the grid, he is one to look out for the race, the main race. Because clearly he's showing some
100%.
really strong race pace. And he started 11th in this, so maybe a bit of strategy perhaps. Maybe he knew he had this pace, absolute Dan. I think he could come out the biggest point scorer here. Could find himself, I'm not going to curse him, in a decent position, I'll say.
Last lap time then in the sprint race, and surely Sacred Meerkat is not going to put a foot wrong. He's ridden perfectly so far in this sprint race. No one has gotten close other than that first lap. He has led it from the start, and he is going to want this for his championship.
Yeah, it's big. It'll put a massive hole into Jakey's chances going into the next round of Misano, and then the final for the finale at Silverstone, which I think is just amazing. Wiggly not too far off Sony. Calvin catching the German. We're going to keep our eyes here on Sacred Meerkat because this is a spotless ride. Oh, hang on! Dan has made a mistake. DJ Land Rover has made a mistake. He's dropped back to 3rd on the last lap. Oh,
no.
What a shame. The British one too. No, actually, it's a British lockout because Sacred Meerkat wins the sprint race in fine fashion. The championship leader extends his championship lead. Quesadilla comes home for 2nd and takes advantage of whatever mistake DJ Land Rover made in that last lap. And let's see, oh yeah, Wiggly's made it. He's made the move on a Sony. Perky, oh what a shame. Oh, I'll tell you what, it's getting close here. Look at this. Not enough slipstream for a Sony to get by, but Wiggly hangs on for 9th. But a dismal race for Charlie and Azzy, 8th and 12th. But rather in the sprint race than the main race. How about that then for a sprint race? Action among the rest of the grid, but dominance from Sacred Meerkat.
Look at the time.
Yeah, look at the pace though. From Dan in 3rd, 124.8, only 0.2 of a second off Meerkat.
Even
Really
Azzy, look
impressive.
at Azzy down at the bottom. 124.9.
That's something we would have expected, but DJ Land Rover, 1 lap in qualifying and he's setting pace like this. So clearly one to look out for. Oh, sorry, I didn't confirm times. So there he is, your winner. It's a British lockout. Royal Britannia here in Australia with 2 Americans, 4th and 5th. And then Goji 6th, Swooze, Charlie, Wrigley, Asoni, Perky, Azzy, Max, and Ale GT. Not good for the Italians. But yeah, brilliant job from Sacred Meerkat, who takes victory over Quesadilla and DJ Land Rover. Buzz, consistent ride, bringing home 4th. And one to look out for in the main race, but I think DJ Land Rover, if he could just keep on the bike, will be one to look out for if Sacred Meerkat gets beaten up on this first lap. So here we go then. We're just going to come back to lobby and then reverse the grid. This is what makes things so interesting here. Alright then, let's get that That grid turned backwards.
This is going to be a very strange start. Something that I haven't personally seen before, but I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a fight for positions into that first corner. Whoever gets the best start. And then going into turn one, hopefully we don't see any contact and any red flags.
Just giving a bit of an interview here to Daniel, just to find out what happened to him on that last lap. Yeah, it looks like there's a bit of contact between LAGT and Calvin and Charlie. And Assy getting a bit confident. Right, here we go. Right, let's reverse this grid now. Enough stalling, and let me get a look at this. Goji 14th. So Goji on pole position. Oh, wrong person. Goji from Wiggly. So that's two factory Ducatis right at the top. From the bottom, up from the bottom, as the new Linkin Park song goes. I was just put Wiggly on pole. Perky third on the grid, and LAGT. If he makes another one of them crashes in turn one, we could see a huge wreck in turn one or turn two. Right, Sony, the German, lines up 5th, and then 6th. Max from Norway, and he comes from Norway to 7th place on the grid. No, 6th place on the grid. And then we've got Quesadilla after a really strong 2nd place. Let's see if we can have another British lockout. And then that's followed by DCP, the American. A strong race actually in the sprint. So quite consistent. Now let's see, Azzy next up. And then we've got the American Buzz, who we want to look out for. But that is a crazy. Oh, I forgot. Whoops, my bad. Forgot to put Daniel in there between LAGT and Perky. Oh no, so he's 4th. So yeah, DJ Land Rover starting 4th. One to look out for. So that's Buzz, Azzy. No, Azzy then Buzz. And then we've got Swoosh, Charlie and Sacred Meerkat. So that is all in order, I believe. I'm just going to double check. So the Swedish rider will start from pole position thanks to these reversed grid rules. Alright then, we should be good to go. Is that all? Okay. Oh, I need to extend the... That was close. I need to extend the race time. Alright then, here we go. Reverse grid here in Phillip Island. It's going to get wild as Goji lines up from pole position after a strong result in the sprint race from last on the grid. But look out for Daniel Handover off the line. Alright then, let's get a look at this. Goji on pole. Definitely did that on purpose. So, if you didn't catch that, reverse grid from qualifying. So, we've got Goji and Wiggly and Perky on the front row. 3 teams, 2 manufacturers. Then the next factory, Ducati, who I think will be leading out of Sector 1 and without drama. Daniel Handover, aka DG Land Rover, aka Absolute Dan. If you've seen him on YouTube, does some really good videos, and you should go check out his channel, Absolute Dan. LAGT on the Honda. The Italian might make a few waves at the start here, so just keep an eye out for him. Oh, Buzz! Wow, just getting a message there from Buzz. He had a stock setup on. He didn't have a setup in the sprint, and brilliant result from Buzz. Despite that. Alright then, let's see if Buzz can do a bit better this time as they all get their setups and tyres dialed in. Obviously no, BS tyre pressure rules here, so you can stay in the pack and lead the race as long as you want. And everybody ready to go. Let's go. The final race of tonight. Enjoy this one.
Hopefully we are promised a good start, but here we go. Hopefully turn 1 is safe and no red flags.
Yeah, here we go. Goji on pole. Here we go. The final race of tonight, the VR46 on pole, thanks to reverse grid, is underway. Can Seiko Meerkat do it from the back of the grid? We're underway, and as I said, look at that. What a start from DJ Land Rover as he leads him into turn 1. It's a factory. The gas he wants to. Oh, big crash! Big crash!
Red flag, surely.
I can't red flag. I can't red flag.
It means the game.
Restart session. Restart session.
I think so.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Red flag.
Massive accident.
Is that what you clicked? Restart session. It said red flag.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Massive crash in turn 1. I was expecting it. Hopefully, we don't have to restart the lobby due to 3 red flags as we've had before, me and Raceboy, which is very annoying. You should be able to start straight away.
Oh, yeah,
I think because setups are straight away.
Here we go then. Take 2. Let's just hope we don't get 3 red flags. What a huge accident. That is one for the history books. Okay,
here we go then.
Let's lead it away from the lights. Goji leads them ahead of turn 1. Will DJ Land Rover get another brilliant start? And he does! What a launch! Wow! Oh, he shoots to first place into turn 1. And Goji drops back. But look at the start from DJ Land Rover's Perky goes down. Perky goes down. And Seiko Meerkat already up to 10th. Oh, that's going to get rough! Oh! Buzz is down. Oh, the American. But yeah, Azzy and Casey, brilliant launch. As they're already up to 2nd and chasing down Absolute Dan as he's gone absolutely rocket ship start. And he leads them into mid-air hairpin, but Azzy is hot on his tail. But DJ Land Rover, fastest lap in the race apart from Seiko and Meerkat. And Azzy is a bit of a crasher. DJ Land Rover, he just needs to stay calm if Azzy overtakes him, because he knows there may be a mistake on the horizon from the Scotsman. Here we come then. Up to Lukey Eyes. What a dramatic start to this race. And the reverse grid is so cool. As Azzy prepares to do an Alex Lowe as a Jorge Lorenzo and go around the outside. It's not enough. Azzy! Oh! Aggressive move! Aggressive move. He shoves. To be fair, it was alright. I mean, he's not ran off the track. He's come back in 3rd behind Swoos. But hopefully Casey doesn't come back at him here and, drop him back. But yeah, really aggressive move from Azzy because he wants to get leading as quick as possible, because look at that, already on the back of this Moto3S group is the championship leader, the sprint winner, Seiko Meerkat, as Casey gets it all moving and he goes super wide at turn 1. He's off the island at this point. Wow. Oh, Wiggly's down. He had a decent start as well. He's in the middle of that pack. Charlie, yeah, dismal start, but Seiko Meerkat into 5th now, looking to attack. Maybe he's staying calm. Oh, Azzy really tight there on the inside, and here comes Daniel on the inside of Swoos. Now trying to get on the back of Azzy. As I said, he just needs to keep it calm because he knows he's got the same, if not better, pace than Azzy. But look at this, Seiko Meerkat already into 4th. I'm hoping we can get a good battle here, but the championship leader is motoring, and he's gone from 14th to 4th. He come 10 positions in a matter of 1 lap. Oh, big contact as Swoos goes through on the inside. They need to stop fighting each other. They need to work together here because they all need to
As
beat
he's getting
Sacred
away at the
Meerkat.
front.
Yeah, as he's getting away at the front. This is brilliant, though. He's holding up Sacred Meerkat, Daniel, and Swooze. But now, Sacred Meerkat's into third and in the slipstream. Will he make the move at turn one? As he will be shaking in his boots right now as they head down to the fastest entry. Sacred Meerkat! Oh, they brush shoulders. Daniel stays strong. Can he come up the inside in turn two? Go on, Daniel! He shoves Meerkat out wide. And through comes DCP on the inside. Not enough room because Swooze makes it work as well. Through goes Swooze into fourth. What a brilliant start to this race. I'm loving this reverse grid stuff. Here comes Meerkat. Here comes Meerkat. Oh, brilliant defense from Daniel. Brilliant. The Factory Ducati keeping the championship leader at bay here. And he goes super tight. Super tight. Big mistake. And Sacred Meerkat cuts under him. But if you can just stay behind him here, you can stay in the flow. Stay in the momentum.
Now he looks to chase down Azzy in first place. He already is. It's down to 3 attempts already.
Oh, Swooze! Into the gravel. And Azzy feeling the pressure. He's gone down. Oh, but what a bad start for Charlie. Max from
they're so close now.
Oh, contact between DCP and Daniel there. Let's find them. Sacred Meerkat chasing down Azzy. Let's see this.
Turn one. Surely it's going to be an overtake from Sacred Meerkat. But we will find out.
It's a hot spot.
Going to get into the slipstream now. Surely is Sacred Meerkat. Is he going to look for a move at turn one?
Yeah,
the gap is closing.
He's going to send it. Is he going to send it? No, way too far back. Yeah, that would have been super brave. He's got a brilliant run out of the turn one. And here we come then up to turn two. And we might just see that Gas Tech 3 sneak past underneath us as he runs it wide to square it off and get an exit. Here he comes and he's going to get a brilliant exit. Surely we're going to see a dive at the Miller hairpin. Oh, look at this. Here he comes. He's got a brilliant run. Is he going to send one at Miller hairpin? No. He's played it cool. And he knew. Oh, no! As he's down again. Oh, that's his weak point. And now Sacred Meerkat, in a matter of 4 laps, has gone from 14th to 1st. And this is why he is MotoGP eSport potential, ladies and gentlemen. Just unbreakable mentality, similar to that of Marc Marquez. He doesn't get all muddled up in the early stages. No. Look at that. Pramac Ducati's 5th, 6th and 7th. And we sort of knew that was going to happen to Azzy. And already Sacred Meerkat putting in a brilliant lap to pull away. And that is all she wrote. Casey on the back of Max though. Max, brilliant ride though. So far in 4th. Taking advantage obviously of his teammate crashing. But look at this. The battle between the Pramac Ducati and the Gresini Ducati. They're going to go side by side down to turn 1. Look at this. Brit versus Norwegian. Oh, they bash bars into turn 1. They've both ran it wide. Sony could get himself a 4th place here. But I think we're going to have a good battle between DCP and DJ Land Rover for 2nd place if DCP can just stay on the back of them here. Oh, here comes Casey. Oh, no room. Charlie
is struggling here at Phillip Island, down in 11th place. Not been a good start.
Had the pace. Such a shame. We almost cursed him by saying how good his race pace was.
Yeah.
This is a dismal race meeting for Charlie so far, but anything can happen. Tell you what, DCP is... Oh, look how close Max and Casey are getting here. You'd think Casey has the better pace, but Max is putting in brilliant defence here as Casey goes all the way on the curbs. Oh, wow, they get close to contact there. Out of Lukey Heights, Casey's trying to push his way through, but this is getting so close. These two having a brilliant clonk-on fight. And, oh, Max a bit wide there. Casey's going to shove his way through. He sits up the Norwegian in the last corner. But Max is going to get a wide entry and get a good exit and get in the slipstream. Here he comes, the Norwegian. Attempt number 2 to get back past Casey. And he already shoots past his fellow Ducati teammate and goes to the outside line. Casey pushes into the outside of the track. And Max, can he stay strong on the inside? I'd send that if I was him. Get your elbows out because that was a bit aggressive from Casey. Come on, Max. Give it to him. This is a crazy battle for 4th place. And of course, it's not just a battle for fourth place, it's a battle of whoever can pick up the podium pieces. If one of these three in the top three positions makes a mistake, speaking of mistakes, Max, oh my goodness, how are they both still on the bike? Casey and Max touch tyres there at the Miller hairpin, and Max starting to drop off now and into the clutches of Buzz, who's got a long lap penalty. What a fantastic race so far. We're just about getting to the halfway point now already. We can just about start catching our breaths because things are just ironing out a little bit and calming down here at PHILLIP Island. But never say never, because as I'm sure in a lap's time we're going to see something big. Yeah, Daniel just starting to pull away now from DCP, but obviously we saw a mistake from him falling out of second place, but nonetheless a really consistent round. And this will be big points for Absolute Dan. And oh yeah, okay, Buzz doesn't do his long lap penalty. That translates to a 3-second penalty. But apart from Charlie and Azzy, anyone else you're kind of disappointed with so far?
I would have to say Wiggly, I would say. I definitely would have thought Wiggly would have a bit more pace than being in 13th position with a long lap penalty.
Being a bit more up there with his teammate.
Because I have seen him in the past, and he's been. I mean, we were in a lobby with him not so long ago.
Yeah.
And he was doing very well.
He's always hanging around doing some, you know, some lobbies just to keep that pace up. And unfortunately, Perky crashing in last place. It's just getting from bad to worst for the Yamaha rider, the sole Yamaha rider on the grid. Obviously, that'll be different next year when we move on, next season, sorry, when they move on to MotoGP 25. Oh, speaking of mistake, I said it! We said it! What a save! What a save from Daniel! At the same corner, he made the mistake in the sprint race. Wow! What? Oh, how has he stayed on that? We might just get a replay of that after the race, because that was incredible. And now we have a battle on for second place. I just said there may be something going on in that top three, and look at Casey. Casey's looking ominous in the background. Here we comes the number 42 with the British flag on in turn one. Brilliant move. He sends DCP packing and he retakes second place. Can the VR46 rider fight back in turn two? He goes for the wider line to get the exit through Stoner Corner and towards Miller hairpin. Let's see then, can he do it? Oh, surely he's not going to send it from all the way back there. No, he's gone very late on the brakes and he's ran it wide, unfortunately, but he can square it off still and get a good exit. But, oh, Daniel, careful on there. That was shit. That was incredible. That was. A.R. LAGT, again, not a good start. And unfortunately, oh no, Daniel! Oh, I just saw that he took a lot of curb and caught the grass, the front folds. He was having such a good race, and you see him emerge from the hills in front of Sweet DCP. DCP's lost it as well. Oh my goodness! The two Pramac Ducatis come onto the podium. Yeah, Max. Oh wow, crashes everywhere you look. Drama unfolds here behind Sacred Meerkat because Buzz has that. Yeah, exactly. So Max can get on the podium here. He doesn't want to fight this. He is about to fight this. The Norwegian. He's attempting to attack the American. He thought about it there. That would have been brave, but. You just need to chill out, Max, because you've got this as long as you don't make a mistake.
Drama in the past lap. We've seen a complete change in the entire grid.
Except, yeah.
Except from Sacred Meerkat, of course. Mental. With a commanding lead. What is that, 5.8 seconds? Unbelievable pace. Set by Sacred Meerkat.
Yeah, somebody we haven't really talked about. The guy who started first in this race. Oh, Max is a bit wide there. Just stay on it, Max. Stay on it. Stay within those 3 seconds. But I'd be careful, though, because DCP and DJ Land Rover will not be happy about that. And they can smell a podium still on the cards here due to Buzz's long lap penalty. And just hoping Max can put a bit of pressure on the American and force him into a mistake. Just keep your eyes peeled, though, on Swooze, because he's coming in hot for a top 6 finish. But once again, you can't sugarcoat it how brilliant Sacred Meerkat is in MotoGP 24. Max, no! Max, he's gone down the Norwegian. Hits the deck, and away goes his podium, which is almost guaranteed. And now, Buzz could find himself on the podium. DCP is just there, but now Daniel will realise he can still get on the podium. But if they start fighting, you must think it's not going to come for them.
DCP done a great job after crashing out in second place, though, to have a chance to retain that podium position.
Yeah, same with Daniel.
Same with Daniel, of course, yeah, because Daniel was set to grab that piece.
Big pieces there.
Yeah, very unfortunate. But here we go then, as DJ Landrover really closes in on DCP. Goes up the inside.
Way back, what a move. And is he going to keep it? No. DCP stays strong on the inside, but Daniel cuts under him. He pushes it. Oh, he rubs him through. Wow. And he keeps it going. Oh, the American and the Brits. No mercy. And they're going to lose third. No, Daniel. He's gone again. He's gone again. Now DCP has to push. He has to push to keep on this podium. He has to stay on it, though. He has to stay on it within 3 seconds of Buzz. Otherwise, the podium is gone. The two Americans now going head to head.
DJ Landro down. Oh, he's gone again. It gets from bad to worse.
Oh, can you believe it? He was our pick at the start of the race. Did we ruin it for him?
So unlucky there.
Swooze, after a really quiet start to the race, could, he smells a bit, possible podium here if, Buzz just, if DCP closes a bit to Buzz, and, but DCP is literally milliseconds the difference that is keeping him in the chance of a podium. As he runs it a bit wide there, it's going to be so close. He is going to have to race it like a physical battle for a win here if he wants to get on the podium. Look how hard he is riding, and Buzz will be doing the same. One of them is bound to fold, surely, and Swooze is licking his chops, just waiting for it to unfold in front of him.
It does look like Buzz has the upper hand, though.
It's just keeping at that 3 seconds. Oh, as he's gone again, the race leader at the start of the race. It's been a horrible round. Oh. Contact with Charlie. Did Charlie wipe him out?
Drama.
Yeah, and as I was saying, Buzz is down!
Buzz is gone down!
Oh, I just said he was pushed.
Absolutely massive.
Oh, Daniel's crashed again, he's disconnected. But now, Swooze, can you catch him? Can you catch him and put 3 manufacturers on the podium?
Would be great to see, instead of...
Yeah, and currently we'll be on for another British one too. Another second place, though, at this rate for Quesadilla. This brilliant Buzz is gone again. Yeah, so Max up to 5th. That's good for Max. A bit of, just a bit of a bandage there. Oh my God!
What happened?
I accidentally just cancelled the race.
How did you cancel the race?
I accidentally just clicked end session.
Guys,
I'm so sorry. I just dropped my controller and accidentally pressed quick session. I'm so sorry.
Massive mistake from Race Boy.
What have I done?
Some draw. Oh no! Sure, you can rerun like the free. Oh no, but it kind of like. Now everyone who's crashed is going to want to redo.
Are we going to go back from the previous lap? I know Buzz will want that for sure.
Yeah, but then the gaps are all down. It's going to be like drama. Big me. I was so confused.
What have I done? At least we won. Would that be it? Are we going to have a 5-lap sprint?
Are we going to treat it like? Yeah.
I can't believe I just done that.
Massive error. I guess that's it then. I guess that's the results. for the race because there's only, what, 3 or so laps left. Yeah, as everyone seems to be leaving, so I guess that is it. I guess that is your final results.
Oh, that is devastating. I'm so sorry, everyone. Oh, no.
That has never happened.
No. But that is your race run. I didn't think it was going to change much there anyway. Sacred Meerkat takes another win. He does the double despite starting from the back of the grid here in Phillip Island ahead of Quesadilla, who takes 2 second places. A really good round from the number 11. DCP, the American, takes home third. A good ride. Good comeback after a mistake earlier on. Swoo's fourth. Max, a good comeback ride, in fact, after a mistake from him as well. Sony, really good there in sixth. Buzz seventh after another mistake from him. Charlie and Azzy. Oh my goodness, what a terrible race for them. Goji 10th and Wiggly 12th. Perky 13th and Daniel DNF. I'm terribly sorry it had to end that way.
Very unfortunate.
Oh, I'm here, Charlie making his excuses, saying he was on call with Casey and he was making jokes and he couldn't see straight, so he kept crashing. Alright then, so there are your times from what was a shortened main race, but nonetheless an action-packed one. Join us next week in Misano for the penultimate round, where Jakey has a lot of work to do to stop Sacred Meerkat from checking out. Thank you very much for watching, and bye-bye.